Thank you for taking a few moments to learn about your web quoting options with Union General. During this quick tutorial, we will focus on USLI's web quoting platform, which is available to you as one of Union General's agents. First, we'll head over to Union General's website. Here you'll see a number of online raters, including USLI's. Go ahead and click on USLI Small Business, and you'll be sent over to a landing page where you'll find all of the USLI products that are available to you for web quoting. Commercial lines, hospitality and liquor, nonprofit package, personal, and professional. You can always use the search functionality if you're looking for a particular class. If you enter the class name or the class code, you can find all the products that are available to you. Let's do a vacant building quote today. I want to point out that you always have this web chat feature available to you. This is manned by live underwriters at USLI that are happy to assist you. They work from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. They also have Saturday hours from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., and they are happy to answer any questions that you may have while web quoting. This number, of course, is also available to you as well and is manned by 60 underwriters who are happy to answer any questions for you over the phone. Let's just get started with a quote. Simply enter in your state. You can select the lines of business you're looking to quote. If you want monoline or package, that's totally up to you. You can just indicate whether or not there have been any losses or claims in the past 3 years. If you're not sure, you don't have that information right in front of you, you can always leave those questions unknown and confirm that information at a later time. If you know the entity type, you can go ahead and enter that. And you can also select your preferred quote term. For vacant buildings, we do offer 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and annual policy periods. Next, indicate the type of exposure. Is it the owner of a completely vacant building, the owner of a partially vacant building, the owner of a vacant condo unit, or a tenant that's leasing space that will be vacant? We'll say it's the owner of a building that is completely vacant. We'll say the intended occupancy of this vacant building is a 1 to 4 family dwelling. You can indicate whether or not there will be renovations throughout the policy period. We can absolutely consider vacant buildings that are undergoing renovation, but for today's demo, we'll say that it's not. We'll say the current building value is $100,000 and the square footage is 1,500 feet. Next, enter your applicant's name and always enter in a description of the operation. So do your best to describe the exposure. We'll want to know the zip code. We'll want to know the location address and the zip code. And your limit options are here. They default to the 1 mil, 2 mil, but you can decrease them if you like. And just a couple additional pieces of information about your vacant building. How many acres of land does the vacant building sit on? And how many stories is the building? Also, you're welcome to add an additional insured in the form of a mortgagee if you need to have that on your policy. You can always add those on at a later time as well. That's all the information that you need to enter to get a quick quote with USLI. It's pretty simple. We answered about 10 questions there. We have our premium. We know that it's admitted. Here's our quote number, which is great for reference if you ever need to call into USLI. We also have our rating basis, our limits, and all these forms here are clickable. So if you're curious how any of these forms read, you can go ahead and open them up and give them a read. Probably the most important part of this screen is this option here, which is click below to. These are hyperlinks as well. So you can view that full quote letter. You can print it off right from this platform here. I do like to note that this is a full professional bindable quote letter. This is the same quote that you would receive from an underwriter in-house at USLI. So you have your payment options here, whether or not it's direct bill eligible. Again, you've got your premium listed out. You also have the information that you'll need to confirm prior to binding. So these are the pieces of information that you will need to confirm with your applicant before you send in your bind request to make sure that your applicant is 100% eligible. A couple other things to note with this quote letter. For many of our USLI products, we also provide unsolicited access terms. So if your applicant is needing additional limits in access to the primary, those limits and the premiums will be provided to you automatically through this unsolicited access quote. That's usually attached in this quote letter too. And then the last piece of this attachment will be the pre-filled application. So everything that you've entered in through the web quoting system will be filled in here. And this is the application that you can use to confirm these pieces of information with your applicant, and that you can get signed within 21 days of binding the account. You can also go ahead and email that quote letter to yourself right from the underwriting system online, which is a great way to make sure that you've got that into your inbox. If you wanted to confirm all of those remaining subjectivities before presenting this quote letter to your applicant, maybe you do have all of that information and you'd like to go ahead and confirm that all now, you can click Continue to Complete. It'll bring you back through a lot of the questions that you've already answered, but it will also show you all of the remaining subjectivities and give you the opportunity to answer those as well. So you see here a lot of questions that we weren't presented with the first go around. We can answer these all, and it would clean up that quote letter, and we wouldn't have a lot fewer prior to bind requirements since we've already answered all those questions on here.